All right, so hello everyone. We're gonna let YouTube get in here for a second. If you guys got questions, please shoot them off. Chihuahua or pug? Pug. I hate Chihuahuas. They're the demons of
Dude, they're
dogs.
little rats. They're terrible things.
I'm a dog fan, but I hate Chihuahuas.
You know, my cousin, he actually had a Chihuahua that had what's that skin problem where they can't grow hair? It was terrifying.
It just sounds terrifying.
It was awful. It was the worst thing.
Does GI have Peace Match? I don't know what Peace Match is. Dual KWA MP9. Thoughts? It'd be dope. I mean, I've done dual like pistols before, but never like anything automatic. Okay, YouTube is in. Cool.
Here we go.
What's going on? All right, so now that we got everybody here, Adam from Major League Airsoft. Hello again. We got a few events going on, so I'll go and announce those real quick. If you're in Texas or in like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, our Texas store is having their open house sale going down tomorrow. Deep discounts, open box items, discounts and everything in the store as well. And then Sunday out in D14 as well, we got BB Wars Operation Dragon's Nest. Dave and his crew always run a great game down there, so if you're in that area, definitely go check it out. Over here on the West Coast, Adam here is going to be hosting games over at Wildlands Airsoft. So if you're in the area, make sure you stop by. And you want to give some more details on that?
Yeah, so Wildlands Airsoft is a fantastic field in Southern California that I absolutely love. So I am putting on an event at no additional cost aside from the regular admission fee. And I'm going to be running games all day, both Saturday and Sunday. And let's see, we have a KWAs coming out, and they're going to be showing off their LM4 and a couple of their pistols, because I'm doing a certification program with their LM4, because in my opinion it's the best damn gas blowback M4 on the market out of the box, especially for the money. We're not talking about Viper Techs. And then, yeah, it should just be some kick-ass objective-based games.
Awesome, awesome. So we'll be there too. We got plenty of giveaways, patches, shirts, stickers, anything you think of. And then we will be raffling off a Classic Army M24 along with the scope and bipod as well. So make sure you're there for that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them over. We actually filmed a small snippet for something that Adam is putting together himself. We're really excited to see how that comes out. We're not going to give any details out on that. We'll have more to come next week when that's all ready to go. But we're really excited to work with Adam here, and we're really happy to see what you bring to the industry. Oh, any questions, guys? Anybody? Anybody? What do you think of a GBB shotgun? That would be dope, actually. I could...
You know, I think Airsoft Surgeon did something crazy with one.
I'm sure.
I don't know. That dude's amazing, and he's an artist. But I think he made a 1014. Benelli 1014. Don't quote me on that, because I don't remember 100% off the top of my head, but I think he did something really crazy with that.
That would be pretty dope. As far as I know, the only automatic shotguns as it is the TM-AA12 and the SSG-12, I believe. And then I think Crytek was supposed to make a Fostech, but that kind of has been quiet since. So if anybody from Crytek has an update on that, please let us know. We'd be happy to hear about that. Can I put a Mad Bull rail on a Crytek? Yeah, you can. I've seen plenty of people do like Mark 18 builds, Block 2 builds, Noveskis, NSR rails. There's a lot you can put onto them. Mad Bull's pretty diverse when going on to any AEG, really.
Personal love to Noveski. I think that Noveski is an underappreciated brand these days.
Definitely is. I had a Noveski build, and I love that thing. Clash, I just got a G&G CM16 Raider L. Those are dope guns, really reliable, really good for beginner levels, really upgradable. You can do pretty much anything you want to them.
You can't beat a Raider. Combat machines are, I think they're damn near indestructible.
They just work, really. So, let's see here. What else? Hard eyes to Anbov have _Anil _Kumar. Is CO2 good for race guns? It can be. Like, I know Elite Force made a specific race gun. I don't have much experience with it, to be honest. But anybody?
SRU, I think, made a race gun. Let me double check real quick. But I believe SRU did, although that's one of those Asia orders. And it is, or is it APF? I think it's called the Mantis. I think you can find it on one of those.
Derek Castro saying, yeah, I got a new barrel for roughly 4-inch groupings. I don't know if that was for that. What upgrades do you have for a TM MK23? I'm not sure if that uses standard gas pistol parts. If it does, then we have maple leaf barrels and buckings. We have all kinds of buckings that you can replace it with. Other than that, I'm not too familiar with that particular system, unfortunately. I've seen them. They're dope. They're quiet. That's the best part about them, but I'm not too sure on what we might be able to put into them. What's the most expensive airsoft gun that you guys have? So I'll let you go first on that one.
Probably my sleeper.
Which is?
An unknown brand body. I couldn't figure out who made the body. It's an all plastic exterior, but internally, I've put a serious amount of cash into it. About maybe 1,200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For me, probably my Marui NGRS.
We're talking about just guns. We're not talking about
just gun. Yeah.
Not whole platforms, because my gas guns will always beat that.
Yeah, definitely. My L4 was definitely a money pit when I had that, but not in a bad way. It was a really good system, but I had a lot of stuff for it. The NGRS is probably my single most expensive platform that I have. I think over 1,500 into it total. That's internals, externals, mags, everything, and I have 2 uppers for it. I'm more than happy with the investment I made in it. I use it often, so I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of it.
Someone on YouTube asked about a cheap suppressor for a pistol. Cybergun actually has a really cheap suppressor that was actually made for, well, it was released with the M&P 9s. I think they're like 20 bucks.
Yeah, 20 bucks.
Yeah.
They're really small.
They're really good.
A Wild Free Pep. No, this isn't the Crested Crab. This is Patrick. G3s sell so fast. Yeah, they're pretty dope. FALs are awesome too. I don't really see many of them on the field though.
Best Milsim event? My events.
We'll have to see about that.
No, events that I've been to, back in the day, I totally forget which Lion Claws it was, but there was a Lion Claws I went to. I think it was Operation Cypress. Do you remember Operation Cypress? That was by Strike Airsoft. So this was a long time ago, and so Strike Airsoft secured the Los Alamitos training base and have players sign up to play as OP4 for U.S. Army training. So there was U.S. Army soldiers versus airsofters, and that was actually really entertaining and a lot of fun.
My favorite airsoft or Milsim event that I've been to is probably Milsim West Cossack Revolution. The previous one in November, it was a ton of fun. I saw a ton of people there, friends, YouTubers. It was a really good time. Got raided several times in the middle of the night, but that happens in Milsim West. You got to be ready to go at any point. Colin_Teague12 asks, how long have you guys been airsofting? I've been playing since 2009, like mid to late 2009. I've enjoyed every second of it.
2004.
2004. This guy.
I started when I was a little one.
What do you think about the MB05 SR22? I might get one from a guy meeting at SC Village tomorrow. Says it needs a new bucking, and that's it. Anytime you buy anything secondhand, you always want to be a little cautious about that, because you could say it's a bucking, which sounds cheap, and it's usually only like a $10 to $15 part at most. But you open that thing up and you find all these other things wrong with it, then it's not just a bucking anymore. So always be wary of doing any kind of secondhand deals, and just thoroughly overlook it. Take someone that knows what they're talking about with you to go see it as well if you can. That's always ideal.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have been burned on secondhand deals.
Yeah, myself included.
So, pistol, gas blowback pistol recommendation. Well, that depends on your budget.
Budget has everything to do with recommendations.
Budget has everything to do with it. Yeah.
Who's a Classic Army asks, who's a better airsofter, Tim or Mike? If we're talking about old Tim, I'm not even going to try to talk trash on that because I don't want to mess with Blackwater at all. But I guess we're both good in our own way. Let's see here. What's a good gear setup to put in my NK M249? It depends on what setup you're really going for. If you're going for like a Milsim-esque sort of deal where you're allowed a higher feet per second, go with like a 16-to-1 gear set and then up your spring so you can get a higher FPS and reach the limits. Blackwater's our old team, Classic Army. They used to play a lot at Playground when before Sonny bought them out to become Tax City. But Blackwatch, or not Blackwatch, Blackwatch, my bad. Excuse me, all Blackwatch members. But shout out to all of them too. Speedsoft from Milsim all the way.
I mean, it's all airsoft, so
I take Milsim though.
I prefer playing Milsim.
Okay. Flashlights are a poor man's tracer.
No, I disagree. Flashlights, you can use flashlights for a hell of a lot more than just to see where your BBs are going. And if you've ever played at night, you will thank that flashlight.
Or any low light scenario.
You'll save your ankle, prevent a bad fall. I mean, flashlights are more universally better, but it depends on where you're playing though.
Yeah, you'll get more bang for your buck out of a flashlight, but tracer units do have their uses in airsoft, but there are a lot of cons that go with them too. Classic Army wants me to come and play with the old dogs. I'm always down to play with anybody anytime, really. Like, if you guys want to know, I'm at Project N1 a lot. I live pretty close to there. So if you ever want to play with me, you'll find me at Project N1, once, twice a week, usually. And then I'm playing pretty much every weekend, too. Any questions? Flashlight's good for Speedsoft? Of course it's good for Speedsoft. Flashlights, you can track your BBs, blind your opponent, and then make sure you're not stepping into any hazards at all. So it's a really good tool to use at any kind of game mode, really. Using a fusion engine with an amp nozzle and Orga barrel would using a Type or 603 throw the FPS way up. It would increase your FPS, but stick with your Orga. You got a lot of air volume going down your barrel, and you want to be able to use that air volume. So stick with your Orga. I wouldn't go with the Type or for a HPA setup. What do you think about glow sticks and airsoft? I mean, they add a cool touch to the game, but I don't think they're absolutely necessary.
Depends what you're doing. Like for an objective, they can be kick-ass. If you are using them as just to throw around on a field on a pickup game, then you're wasting your time.
Yeah, definitely. Amos, I'm going to assume you're talking about your 249 question earlier. I would recommend upgrading the motor just so you can get that higher rate of fire too. But the ANK stock motor is okay, but yeah, you could definitely recommend it to get better performance.
I mean, you can go two ways with the 249, and there's two methods that people look at support guns. You can either have high speed and do very short bursts, or you can have your setup so that you're doing not as high rate of fire, but you can hold down that trigger for days. So those are the two setups you kind of want to look at. I personally, in all my guns, I prefer torque over speed. I want response.
Yeah, when you're talking support guns, though, I'd rather have the speed because most support guns are full auto only.
Well, I put a DSG in my M60.
Well, congratulations.
So
what's that ripping at?
It's 66.
Speed, guys. Speed.
But that's also because I had to do it because it's an M60.
Had to do it to him. Good brand Glock 18C or M93R. The only M93s I know of are the KWA ones, and then the.
Oh well, what are okay? Those two choices, I'm guessing that you're looking for something with full auto.
Yeah, if you're looking for a full auto pistol,
don't.
You really don't need full auto on a pistol.
You break it. Pretty good. They're fun. They're a lot of fun, but no, don't do it.
The only ones I've seen with decent reliability are going to be the Elite Force M9s with their full auto. That's the only one I've seen with decent reliability. Even then, it's still under a lot of stress. So just keep that in mind.
Well, if you want to go hardcore Milsim gunner for your 249, because you can go. Because if you have the A and K, then I mean, if you want to go full Milsim, put a Daytona kit in it.
Yeah, that's a really good option to go to. Just be ready to lube it every 5 minutes because those things like to break down a lot.
Or find an Asahi somewhere, but good luck spending $4,000.
We actually have a Asahi at the store.
I saw it.
We have one. Almost is right with the TMX Stream 45. That's a full auto pistol. That's actually pretty reliable. Keep it stock; it'll run for years. But those are hard to come by too. So.
I can't get behind it.
I think I could. It's more of a collection aspect. A&K is a reliable brand. They make a lot of good LMGs. I don't have too much experience with their rifles though. Like I know they make M4s, but I don't have too much experience on those.
Actually, their Masada Actually, I don't remember if they branded it as a Masada or an ACR.
It was a Masada, yeah, like way back.
It's the build quality is great. The hop up is very questionable. Looks like there's a lot of Elmer's glue in the hop up. But their support guns are pretty much considered the gold standard now. The one thing that I would say is a negative about A&K, I mean, obviously this depends on your point of view, is A&K is all metal. So if you have an M60, you're looking at 30 pounds of a giant thing to lug around, whereas I managed to get a discontinued ASG M60, which is mainly polymer, so it's about 15, so it's about half the weight.
Jacob Pro A&K lever action. I have one of those, and it's trash. Don't waste your money. Oh jeez, I dropped Instagram. Classic Army. So did you guys test out one of our guns? We tested. Oh my god, I just dropped this all over the place. We tested out quite a few guns actually. I guess we'll give a little details on what we did today. So we basically did like a comparison between some of the top brands in airsoft right now. Main criteria being sub $400. So Classic Army, VFC, KWA, G&G, Crytek were all within that running of what would be tested. I'm not going to talk details on what specific guns were tested, but yes, Classic Army, we did test one of your guns. So we got the results of that coming up next week. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming out on our YouTube channel. Probably Thursday is when it'll go up. Continue on. Would you recommend a CZP09? Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good pistol. Green gas and CO2. So if you want to go indoor, use green gas. If you want to use it outdoor to get that little bit extra boost in FPS, go CO2. Comments on that?
I mean, CO2 is great. It depends on the environment you're in. I'd use CO2 if you're in variable temperatures, whereas green gas is better in a place like Southern California, where it is a pretty consistent temperature.
And then to answer your question, Spam Force Spammag XX, Derek Castro from YouTube has the CZP09. He loves it.
Also, for the Magpul furniture on LCT AK, yes, I have the GHK AKM, and
those are made by LCT.
They're full LCT bodies, and I love it. I put all Magpul on it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I had a GHK AK for a little bit of time, and it was a really good AK, and I enjoyed it, but, life happens, and I had to sell it. So
they just came out with the full travel kit for that.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see here. Back to Classic Army A&K is good. It's not bad, but there's nothing really too crazy about it.
Good build quality externally.
I don't do that. Classic Army. See, Joey Polkar or GI Tech's good? Yeah, they're good. They're really good. I need to show you a few customs. I mean, everybody talks about all these other, I'm not going to say specific brands. He might, but I'm not. There's a lot of other techs out there that get a lot more love than we do, but we put out some of the best customs in the country. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but I might have to make a video about some customs that have been surviving for a lot longer than other companies have. Maybe I'll do that video pretty soon, actually. Good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I think the big problem with these customs is mass production. If you want a really custom gun, find someone that can do something special for you, and it's not mass produced. That's what I'll say on that.
Let's see, scroll through here.
Also, Brain Exploder. Just got some of your mounts for GoPros. Oh yeah, they're good. Use them for our 3-gun challenge this weekend.
Classic Army. I actually didn't compare the A&K to the CA249. I just mentioned that the A&K 249 was reliable. I'm not trying to throw any shade here.
And yeah, if you want to do a bump stock mod, I'll provide an LM4 and we can see if we can make it happen.
I'm actually kind of down to see how that comes out.
I'd do it.
BP or Sevak. I completely butchered your name. Did Bob quit? Yeah, Bob quit like a year and a half ago. I don't know what you're talking about. And then Classic Army. That's I'll make sure to change descriptions on our products to make sure your guns say that they're fully semi-automatic. Or do you want me to change it so that they're programmable to be fully semi-automatic? Just let me know in a second. Let's see here. I was trying to buy a KBWA Cam 4 in black and saw it was discontinued on your guys' website. PS, love you guys' live stream. Thank you. The Cam 4, I believe, was discontinued in place for the VM4. The VM4 being their variable power system, so that way you can adjust the FPS on it. Retired. Okay. Thought about starting my first ever high kappa build. Do it. Don't hold off on it. If you're looking to do up a high kappa, go TM. It's probably the best route you can get. Although they are a little bit hard to find if you don't know where you're looking. But they're good.
There's a very prolific shop in Southern California that deals primarily in high kappa parts.
What's up, CP3AJ26? What's up? No worries, man. Later.
One airsoft gun for the rest of our lives. Oh, Jesus.
I can't do one airsoft gun because even if I were to pick the best airsoft gun available right now, I'm not going to say what that is because it's going to start controversy. Even if I were to go with that right now, a better gun might come out 6 months from now. So I don't see a point in settling for one exact build. You can do one build and change it up every few months to get it as good as possible. But, it's really hard to say one build for the rest of my life. I can't. Can you? I mean...
I can't think of a platform that would... No. No, I can't think of a platform that I would probably use.
Like, if you'd asked me 2 years ago, I would have said my LM4 because I absolutely just loved that gun, but I got tired of carrying the weight.
But even with an LM4, I mean, I was going to say an LM4, but the thing about that is I don't know what is around the corner in terms of upgrades, what other people are going to make, all that stuff. So sure, if I chose the LM4 and then let's say that, someone like Vipertech they make a really good gas gun, but it's like $1,300 and then you got to do import if you can find them.
Yep.
And if they started making a production gun in the United States for, $400 or $500, then I would have spent, well, why'd I just choose an LM4 when I could have a Vipertech?
Yeah. So it's always changing. So I can't put one specific gun for the rest of my life. I just can't. Let's see here. Is the M24 Gen 2 VSR compatible? Yeah, it is actually. They made a few changes to make it a little more VSR 10 friendly. It's not 100% compatible. There are still a few things you have to modify to get it to fit perfectly. But yeah, it can definitely be done. Is it 100% compatible, Classic Army? Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But please correct me if I'm wrong on that, CA. I'm going to take another question from the YouTube side. Let's see here. What features would you want to see on premium airsoft pistols? I want 911.
External hop-up adjustment.
That'd be dope. Definitely like if you can do like a TVC mod.
Yeah, 100% external hop-up adjustment. I do not want to keep taking apart my damn slide to adjust the hop-up.
Yeah, it gets annoying. KWA, Crytek, or ICS? Of those three...
Of an AEG?
Of those three, I probably wouldn't touch ICS, in all honesty. But that's just
yeah,
me.
I'd probably say KWA. Crytek sounds way too scratchy for me to want to be comfortable with it.
It's hard to say, honestly. Like, I'd probably go KWA also because I prefer recoil guns. Let's see here. So the Maple Leaf left-handed conversion kit work on the M24 Gen 2. I'm not too sure on that. It seems like CA USA is in there, though. So if CA has an answer for that, please. Is mayonnaise a suitable substitute for silicone? I think so. I mean, it worked on that Lancer Gen 2 that we put it on. So
I've heard of people using synthetic motor oil.
What are my thoughts on the GMP transformer? Waste of time. You can do that with any AEG. Just pop the pin, slide the upper off, new pin. No point. And then you're only limited to like 4 or 3 different barrel sizes, and they're not even that much of a big difference. Joey Polakar, what was your first AEG?
Classic Army G36C. That actually melted because a friend of mine decided it would be fantastic to arc an 11-1 LiPo on it, and it caught fire and exploded.
That's never good.
Yep.
My first AEG was a JGS system that I actually got here at Airsoft GI, I don't even know how many years ago, back in like 2010. Let's see here. Classic Army MK18 will be back in stock. They're actually coming out with the Nemesis version. That's actually really cool. Let's see here. Let's see. I definitely have to. Derek Castro, what are you? I have no idea what you're talking in reference to. But is no, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Hold on. So the best DMR, I have to say the
Straight out of the box.
out of the box, the KWA Mall 10. My personal favorite out of the box. Because we're talking about a DMR, we're not talking about a sniper rifle. So like the M24 doesn't count.
But it has to be a 308 style. I don't buy that.
Yeah,
5.56.
that's the Mall 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it'd either be probably the classic Army M110, just because you have the elongated gearbox and you can get a higher FPS without putting as much stress on it.
I'm also biased because I like gas blowbacks.
True. Butter is better. Yeah, butter would be a dope instrument, actually. Let's see here. Saying paintball's better, then what are you doing on our live stream? if paintball's better, then get off my live stream. It's not that hard.
How long was paintball on ESPN for? All of like
Well,
half a year?
They were on ESPN. I can't talk shit about that.
No, I know. I'm just saying they were on there for what, half a year?
Why won't my Polar
And then they
Star
went down in
Inferno
flames.
Gen 6 the question mark? Because you're not putting the fusion engine into the pouch correctly. I wanted to pull out a pistol, but heard they're not reliable. Yeah, they're not the most reliable of platforms. So
They're fun. They're a lot of fun. When I first started playing back at Airsoft Playground, which became Tac City, one of the guys I used to always run with, he had a Glock 18 with extended mags, and that was a lot of fun to use, but the slide always broke on that thing.
yeah, if it's not the slide, it's the sear going. So, you guys go any Milsim style big ops? Yeah, actually, I do enjoy going to like Operation Lion Claw, Milsim West, American Milsim. Those are all fun. Desert Fox events too. They had their Battle for Los Angeles back in February. That was a ton of fun actually, and then they incorporated your phone into it as well. So that was really cool. Let's see here. Bring those up again. Who needs a life? I'm in this live stream AFK training on Run Escape. Good luck with that.
RuneScape? It's not Run Escape. It's RuneScape.
Whoopsie.
It's ancient. How do you not know that's RuneScape?
What up, Joker of SoCal? M4 LMG, yes or no? I mean, it's airsoft. You can. Why not?
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Why not? Doesn't hurt to. Yep. I agree with you, Brain Exploder. Ever sat on an airsoft gun nude? No, it's not my thing. There's no airsoft fields within 150 kilometers from me. You should move then. What would you think of an airsoft SKS? That'd be dope. Nobody's done one yet, and I'm really surprised no one has done it yet. Because
You know what? It would actually be. I don't think it would be incredibly different from. I don't think it would be terribly difficult to do. I mean, it's just a mash between a Dragunov and an AK.
yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. Elite Force MP7 AG ETA. Ask Elite Force. I have no clue. Nothing worse than airsoft on his windy day. Happened to me last week, and I cried many a tear. Get heavier BBs. If you upgrade to like a 3.0 or heavier, then you'll be good. What you guys doing in this live stream? I don't know. What are they doing? Top 5 GBBR brand and style of rifle. I already know your pick is going to be an LM4, so.
Yeah. Well, so it's the LM4, the VFC 417, the Rare Arms SR25, the new. Oh damn! Who's the?
We're going to end on that question actually. So, your top 5, and let's take budget out of it. So out of the equation,
Yeah, budget.
any airsoft.
So let's do
any airsoft gas blowback.
one of Airsoft Surgeon's crazy creations, one of his M4s that he's done, and my GHK AK.
Okay, so my top 5, and this is speaking without any budget. Vipertech, I put the number 1, just because they're reliable, 100% steel. It's pretty damn reliable. I don't even know what else to put onto it. Number two, I throw with the LM4 just because based on the price point alone, performance you're getting, all it takes really is just one tiny change and you're rocking and rolling like no tomorrow. Number three would be the GHK AK line. I can't put one above the other. They're all pretty much the same line. Body's OEM by LCT, really reliable, really durable.
Mil spec.
Mil spec too, so you can drop real AK parts onto it. So if you have like Magpul furniture, Zenico furniture, all that pretty much you can just drop straight on there. Number four, I would put probably the GMP Walk line. Western Arms made a great base gun to throw into that. I know you're going to be pissed off at me about that, but
Western Arms had a kick-ass M4 back in the day, but they don't do it anymore.
But they don't. And then GMP came out and kind of mass-produced that system, so you're getting great performance all around, while still getting a mass-produced gun that's fairly easy to find parts for. Number five, I never thought I'd say it, but WeTech has made some really good rifles lately. They're really cheap, but you have to do a lot to them to make them perform amazingly. Like with Walks and LM4s, you really only have to do one, maybe two things to make them monsters. WeTech, you have to put a lot of work into them, but once you put the work into them, they're going to be workhorses.
Yeah, but what about the new gas blowback SIG 553?
I actually haven't seen the SIGs. I need to look into that. But those are my top five. Obviously, we don't agree, but that's okay because we all have our opinions. We're going to argue about this afterwards, but we'll do that later. So thanks for joining in on the live stream. I'll see you guys around. If you guys are in the area, make sure you go down to Wildlands at Jungle Island down in Lake Elsinore, California. We'll both be there both days in the weekend. We're raffling off an M24. We got giveaways, shirts, patches, stickers, anything you possibly think of as far as giveaways go. We'll be there doing that. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Adam, thank you for joining us on the first live stream back
Absolutely.
in a while. So stay tuned. Next week, we'll have a new guest on. We'll announce that sometime next week. And then stay tuned also to the video we'll be dropping on Thursday about our top 5 picks for AEGs under $400. See you there. Bye.